Welcome to All Gen Gamers, a podcast for people in video games of all generations. Starring Pete Dorr, Happy Console Gamer, Gamester81, and Jason Heine.
Okay, we're recording. Are we going? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Yep.
We're not live, but we're recording.
Yeah, we're hot.
We're hot.
Yeah.
There you go. We're hot. We're always hot.
I'm hot. I don't know about you guguys.
Pete's hot.
Okay. You done?
No, I'm not done. I'm
about to record the shit.
Are you done?
You done? You done yet, John?
I love it.
All right. Hey guys, what's going on? This is John, Gamester81. This is episode 71 of the All Gen Gamers podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, and we have Jason Heine. What's up, Jason?
Hey, what's up, intranets?
We got Johnny, Dr. Love Millennium. Johnny, what's going on?
Hello, users.
Nice. Pete Dorr's in the house, his house.
Hello, listeners.
This is the first week of our User Appreciation Month, or Listener Appreciation Month, whatever you want to call it.
User works.
User? Okay, nice. And we have Jonathan, Johnny Jetset. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, guys. I'm really excited to be here.
Oh, I know you are.
It's awesome. Yeah, so we're still deciding, for those who are listening, or users are listening, we're still kind of deciding on the other four. We haven't decided that yet, but Jonathan's our first pick, first winner. So good to have you on, man.
He had the biggest penis, so we had to bring him on first. Sorry.
Oh, you know it.
It goes by penis size from biggest to smallest, and we're still doing some measurements.
So Johnny, why are you on this thing?
Well, you know what? It's a sympathy vote for me. So people felt sorry for me. They said, "Hey, let him be on the podcast."
Remember, I have two. Remember?
That's right. 2 double dongs. I forgot. Aren't we all jealous of that? I'm especially jealous.
Nice. So what are we going to talk about, guys? I know we start this every time. We're like, what are we going to talk about? And
We should talk about video games.
well, let's talk about Jonathan real quick. Jonathan, tell us who you are and kind of what you do and what kind of games you like playing.
All right. Well, yeah, my name is Jonathan, and I play games, all kinds of games, from retro to modern. Got into hardcore collecting, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago. Like I said in my video, I don't have a lot of money, so I do what I can. But my favorite console is probably the NES, and my favorite game is Mega Man 2, which I'm starting to feel like that's a cliche. A lot of people that are on the show seem to say that, but I guess that's enough about me.
Why Mega Man?
Game, though.
Why Mega Man 2?
There's really no denying that really is a fantastic.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So why that one out of any other Mega Man game?
I would say a bunch of reasons, but honestly, it's got to be, nostalgia and the fact that it holds like a personal memory to me because it was a gift from my grandmother. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't mind my asking, Jonathan, how old are you right now?
I am 19.
And you know what's so awesome? You're 19 and your favorite system is the NES. That's so cool. It's so great that, like, as I say, younger people are actually still enjoying that machine.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's I gotta say it's partly, I kind of owe it to my older brother because, when we were growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. And so he had an NES and a Sega Genesis, and, he wasn't buying many games for the Genesis. It was all about the Nintendo for me. And it had to be at least 50 games when I was younger. And Mega Man 2 and like Mario 3 were the two that stuck out with me. So
yeah, Mario 3 is classic.
It really is. 8-bit is so damn fucking cool. And you know what? I wonder, isn't this funny? Do you think in 100 years, 8-bit will still be classed as cool?
Man, I hope it is, because I think that's like the most beautiful graphics can get is with the little squares and everything. I love it.
I know. It tugs on the old heartstrings, right? It's the old retro, and retro is cool now, which is really, really amazing.
What's old is new. I know we've said that many, many times on this podcast, but do you guys remember the time? You remember when the technology was changing and the whole mindset of everyone was, oh, this looks like shit because 16-bit looks so much better. And then the 64-bit came out and everyone's like, oh, wow, look at how this looks so much better. And then we got the PlayStation, and it just started, the ball was rolling. And you remember the mindset, how everyone was thinking, the NES, Master System, all these older consoles, they look like shit. Do you remember that? I remember all my friends like, fuck that machine. I wanted to play the new one because it looks so much better. But now... Yeah. It's just, it's great. It's so beautiful. It always was beautiful,
Remember those cheesy ass Jaguar commercials? Do the math. The teacher was, do the math. 64 is better than 16.
What a marketing
the bit
thing.
wars. Yeah,
that's so funny. I don't ever remember seeing any Jaguar commercials.
Oh, they're terrible. They're terrible.
They were
I
straight
love
shit
watching
talking.
that.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's timeless, and those games, and we've mentioned it before, but those classic games for NES particularly were so hard, so freaking hard. And I mean, they were short in comparison to today's game. I mean, a game doesn't necessarily like 8 hours as long as an NES game, but they're so freaking hard. You only have 3 lives, 3 continues, in some
but in
cases.
your
You spend
password.
hundreds of hours memorizing everything, trying to get once. And once you kind of got the hang of it, like any of us can say, any games we're good at on the NES, you can go through right off the bat, no problem.
But you know what I think I love most about the NES is the fact that, with the new consoles, you have to see all these like big plastered like signs of like, oh, this company developed it. And it's like with an NES game, you pop it in, you have the title screen, you press start and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Simple.
And here's something that it may find, you guys might find funny is that I like the simplicity of the stories of the NES games. And I'm not saying that they had like really simple stories, because some of them have some semi-complex ones, but there was a simplistic nature. It's like when I played video games back then, it said, save the princess. That's what I started. I started the first level, saving the princess, or beat Ganon, and I'd have to go through the game to beat Ganon. It was very simple. Now it's like I have to watch a cinema for a fucking hour, before, and it's a convoluted mess about what I'm supposed to do. And I'm talking about Final Fantasy 13. I'm going to pick on that for a second. Why can't I just like, hey, there's some bad guy in the world. You got to go destroy him. You're the chosen one. Hey, that's cool for me. I like simplicity. I do. I think there's some charm and simplicity, some directness to it.
I absolutely agree. And I think Nintendo had the NES had a lot of great licensed like brand games. Like, I mean, LJN was terrible at it, right? They had Friday the 13th and some really shitty games.
I'll never forgive them for Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, yeah. And then they had Back to the Future 2 and 3. Those were really bad. But I'll tell you who was really the king of the NES, in my opinion, was Capcom. The whole Disney games, like, Chippendales and DuckTales and all those ones.
Strider was excellent. There was so many excellent games they made.
Yeah, fantastic.
Fighting Commando. Oh god, we could keep on going with that stuff.
So,
Hey, Jonathan,
sorry to go off subject for a second though, Johnny. Have you ever played Strider 2 on PlayStation?
Yes, I have.
What do you think of that game?
It's very, very short. It's nice looking. It's kind of fun while it lasts, but it's over very, very quick.
Okay, because I actually just picked it up. I'll have it Christmas time, but I didn't even know about this game on PlayStation. I was just like,
I did a fucking review of it. Thanks for watching.
I did some research on some games, and I saw the gameplay. I'm like, holy shit, because I love 2D sprites on 3D backgrounds.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, got to get this game.
Oh, you'll beat it in half an hour.
That's good.
Really? It's that short?
It's really short. I just even when I had to review the game, I went through it again. I'm like, God, this is fucking easy. I'm like, man, I give him so much gameplay footage, and it's a good game. Is it a worthy sequel to Strider? I wouldn't really think so. It's good though. It's not. I don't know. It felt like a bit of a cool action game. I don't know.
Johnny, I thought you were used to beating things in 30 seconds, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like sex, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it takes about 30 seconds.
well, again, it's just
Good
very
while
small,
lasting.
business, right? So it's very, very fast for me to do it.
Over really quick.
So 30 minutes
I
is
don't have
like
to put a lot of
epically
effort
long.
in.
Uh-huh.
I don't have very gigantic arms from it either. So. But Jonathan, I was going to ask, you love the NES. That's awesome. What is one of your favorite brand new games? What new stuff are you enjoying?
Oh man. Well, I have to say with the PS3, I really got into shooters, but not like Call of Duty and stuff like that, because I'm kind of prejudiced against them. I feel like they're all the same, but I like this new genre that's coming into play. The role-playing shooter, like Borderlands and Fallout 3 and stuff like that. I'm really into those.
Well, so what was your review on Borderlands? You finished that game? You loved it?
Oh, I've beaten it at least 3 times now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a great game. I know you guys had some trouble with it.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's you just gotta stay on the quests that are around your level. But I love that game. Like a lot of my friends don't understand why I love it, because they think it's just you're doing the same quest over and over again. But I like that whole looting aspect of going and getting new better items. Just leveling your character. I love that.
I know. My friend Andrew finished it, and he's like, that game was fucking excellent. He ranted and raved to me. He enjoyed it so much, and I felt so I was pissed off at myself. I'm like, I wish I got that enjoyment. What the hell was the matter with me? You know, Pete, what do you think about it? Did we just miss the mark on that or something?
I really enjoyed it myself. You know, I played online right from the get-go. I didn't bother even really dabbling in the single player because that's the kind of game where I felt you have to play it co-op with some people. So if you go in single player, it's still a good game, but it's made for co-op.
Yeah.
You know, and I really enjoyed it because I'm one of those loot whores as well. I always love upgrading my equipment. It would have been an even more amazing game if there was like armor upgrades, but the fact that they kept you so engrossed in the upgrades with just weapons, it's a pretty big testament to the game.
You know what I think the problem is, Johnny? I think you didn't stare at Lilith's ass enough.
Well, it's Jason's ass, right?
Yeah, looking at that ass.
That was a very stareable ass, in fact. But you know what? On the second one, I'm going to give it a real good go.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get my hands on Borderlands 2.
Have we seen anything? Because I know that they were showing it behind closed doors. Was it at PAX? I think, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a trailer just of one of the characters, and they've shown a little bit of the other female playable character. But other than that, I haven't seen much on it.
Damn, yeah.
So
yeah, I'll wait for that.
So then, Jonathan, you probably really like Dead Island.
Oh, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a bit predictable near the end, but other than that, yeah, I really liked that game a lot.
Mm-hmm. And another one that's definitely a co-op game. Definitely.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, like you can play it by yourself or whatever, and that's all good and fun. But when you have co-op, you have your friends playing, it becomes a different game. It really does.
Yeah, and it really sucked because I picked it up on the PS3, and for a while the servers were down on that, so I played through most of the game on my own.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Why were the servers down?
With 362, I picked it up on 360, and like the first couple of days I had it, the online servers weren't working very well, so I connected to like one or two online games. And the one time I waited so long to get in the game, I was playing with like some young kids that were pretty annoying, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to settle for it because I want to play this game co-op. And it was actually still pretty fun. That game, I really want to pick it up again, like when I have some time, like meaning buy it over again because I did sell it. But I thought it was an excellent game.
Fuck.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going in there and playing with some random kids though. Fuck that.
No.
I can't do that.
No way. It's gotta be people I know or people that want to communicate. Like it's just no way.
For real.
Pete, you sold it?
Yeah.
I thought you said you don't sell games though.
I only sell games when I know I'm not going to be playing it for a long time. And if it's a new release where I can recoup my money, I'll sell that shit.
Like Street Fighter?
Yeah, and then just rebuy it later.
Didn't you sell Street Fighter?
Oh, yeah.
You're a very bad man.
I almost did that with Dark Souls when I first bought it because I pre-ordered for the sole purpose of getting the art book and all that cool stuff that was coming with it. And of course, a wonderful GameStop story. They did not have the pre-order bonuses.
Oh, go fucking figure. Yeah.
Go figure that one.
Yeah. So yeah, I almost turned that in because I was like, well, I don't want to play through this. It's basically Demon Souls all over again. But thank God I didn't because I started playing again last night and I love it.
By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but they patched Dark Souls to fix like a lot of the online problems. I play on the 360 at least, and I think the PS3 service had a problem like this as well, where you couldn't really see any summon signs. It was very hard to be summoned or get summoned into someone else's world, and supposedly they patched that. And now people are seeing summon signs all over, which I cannot wait to get back to that game. So as soon as I'm, starting to teeter off with Skyrim, I'm going right back in the Dark Souls. It's either Dark Souls or Zelda. I'm not sure.
Have you played Zelda yet, Pete?
No, I haven't even bought it yet.
How's Skyrim going?
It's going good. I haven't had too much of a chance to play it because I've been extremely busy lately. And I've been dabbling in a couple of other little games that I'll talk about. But, yeah, still enjoying it. I'm not buying Zelda until by, later this month, next year.
Get your stuff out of the way, yeah. Totally. As we said.
Because Zelda is fucking, epic long. It's, at least 35, 40 hours.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Did you get the special edition, Pete? No,
I
didn't.
haven't even bought it. I have to get the special edition, though, because I don't have the Wii Motion Plus.
You better get it on eBay then, correct? Or do you know something that I don't? Because I'm just noticing it's sold out everywhere except...
Well, I'll just wait until it gets restocked, I guess.
Are they going to restock it?
I would assume so.
Oh.
I'm assuming it's going to be just like, those stupid Wii Play bundles that they do. I'm assuming they're going to get.
What's a
more
retail
restock.
for usually when it's in stores?
$70.
70. It's not bad.
For about,
Wonder what the eBay markup is right now for it.
I'm looking right now. It's
Yeah,
about
if
90,
it's limited.
Does it come with like the gold controller?
How much is it?
$90 right now. 15 minutes ago, it's $87.
Yeah. Johnny, have you played it much this week? I know last time we talked.
You know, it's so funny. It's just, it's been something that's driven me crazy. I played 4 hours of it only, and all week I'm like, yes, I'm gonna play Zelda. And I can't play in the living room because Kim has to go to sleep before me to get up for work because I have to stay up a little bit later for my job or whatever. But so I can't play in the living room, and the fucking Wii only looks good on a standard definition TV. I don't care what anybody says. So I can't play in the high def TV in the other room. So I've been waiting for the weekend, and yesterday I was so motherfucking busy that it's 1:30 in the morning, and I was so pissed off. Just at life, not at Kim or my, anything like that. And I'm just like, can I fucking play Zelda now? Like, it's like, it's 1:30 in the morning because things kept getting in my way. Like during the week, I got work in the way, and I'm like, I've had enough of this shit. Yeah. So after the podcast, I've got a bit of time ready for it. I'm going nuts. It's so excellent. It's really, really good. Really, really good. Jonathan, are you interested at all?
In Zelda? Yeah, I'm interested in it, but I have this thing where I like to wait a long time on Wii titles because I like to try to see if the price goes down, even though they never do, as long as it has a Nintendo logo on it.
On a Zelda.
Yeah, first.
Hold on.
games.
Hold on. Metroid Other M. I got that for $5 the other day.
Okay,
Yeah, but that's Metroid Other M.
I know.
that game made Samus look like a pussy. Like,
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Well, she kind of. I mean, never mind.
I
She's
still
kinda got
have
one, I think. Pussy.
don't get me wrong, I'd be the first one all over that if she was real, but
Something about latex.
But yeah, like I still haven't done that Metroid Other M. Should I get that, or Jonathan, or no?
I haven't played it yet. I watched my friend play it, and I just saw this cutscene where they were fighting Maida Ridley, and I was just like, "What? She's beaten this guy like 100 times. Why would she do this?" Like, I was just appalled by it.
Oh, rap! Isn't that nuts? They don't know what they have. Fuck. They had one of the strongest characters in video games, and they make her into a big pussy.
Yeah, I know. And she was like this perfect balance of like a sexy female that was also empowered, and they just destroyed that.
I know, that's kind of like getting Ripley from Aliens, and then all of a sudden making her going, "Oh, I can't come out to destroy the aliens. I'm cooking dinner."
Exactly.
I remember the hype for that game was huge too when it was coming up, right?
Oh yeah,
People were really excited about it.
everybody was.
I remember going to PAX a couple years back and seeing that. Yeah.
Made by a Metroid game made by Team Ninja. That could have done no wrong, but it did extreme wrong. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That one coming up.
It's okay though, because I have the Metroid Prime trilogy on Wii, and that's my favorite thing in the world on the Wii.
Isn't that's worth something now, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I think it is. I think
that
it's at
thing-
least.
It's pretty damn rare now. Let me check eBay. Hold on.
Peace on that shit.
I could never get rid of it. Like, I just love the motion controls for it. I mean, I have it on the GameCube also, but
Yeah.
it's more engrossing with the motion controls, and that's something I rarely say about the Wii.
Let me ask you guys this: is there a Nintendo franchise that's been kind of dead for a long time that you'd like to see Nintendo bring back?
Mm-hmm. Like instantly, no.
Like instantly, what would be one? What would be a title that you'd like to see Nintendo bring back?
F-Zero.
F-Zero instantly. Yep.
That's a good one.
Wave Race?
I got another one.
Oh, Wave Race.
Wave Race.
Yes.
You
God,
beat me
John,
to it.
yeah.
Hey, Pete, that's the funny thing, and Jason, because I know you, and I downloaded Wave Race 64 probably about a week ago, and I'm playing on the standard definition TV, and I got to tell you, it holds up extremely well.
It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Really
I'll have
holds
to
up
go
well.
back and try it out again.
You gotta
I
play-
tried out the Blue Storm one recently on GameCube, and that didn't hold up as well as I had remembered. But I'll try the 64 one. It's been
The
years.
64 is the best one. And
I was blown away.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing:
go-
you have to play it single player to get the full effects of the water, the depth of
Yeah.
the water. Because
Yeah.
when you go into 2 or more
Yeah,
players,
it gets,
the water it's not like clear see-through anymore. They actually they take away some of that graphical detail
yeah.
to maintain frame rate.
Yeah.
So play it single player, like go into free roam, dude. How many hours did we spend in that free roam just going around?
Yeah.
how about
It's great.
another cruising?
I'm cool with another cruising. They actually did one for Wii, and it was horrible.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I
What was
have it. Yeah, it's just called cruising.
So
It's just called cruising. Yeah, and it's done by Midway, and it came out. This is probably 2007.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
It's bad. Is that bad?
Well, I don't know if no one knows about it, but Jason, you know.
Metroid, by the way, getting pretty up there in price. It's selling for about $65 to $95.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pete, what's the Metal Gear going for right now? I'll have a look myself.
I know you ask me that every week, so we'll check.
I know. I like that.
Wait, which Metal Gear are we talking about?
The Metal Gear remake, the HD remake on the PS3, the limited edition, and mine finally shipped. Came to me in the mail from my friend Andrew, and it's actually a big box.
That's pretty sweet.
One sealed sold for $250. One opened up $117.
Damn.
$130.
Wow.
200 for a sealed.
Unbelievable!
How
I
old is
never
this?
opened
This
it
game
up.
is fairly new, right?
Yes, Brian, like
Just
2
came
weeks
out?
ago. 2 weeks ago.
So why is it so expensive?
Because it's limited edition, and it sounds funny, but the thing about Metal Gear games, especially ones released on the PS3, is that, and if it's a limited edition, they only release actually a small amount, honestly, like it says, and those games just go up in price. I can't explain it. This is some fanaticalism for Metal Gear.
Okay, so this is the one with Metal Gear 2, 3, and Peace Walker.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Nothing brand new.
Have you started playing the Peace Walker remake yet?
You know what? I've been playing the second and third game. I just turned them on to see how they were. I finished them for first bosses in each, but it's fucking excellent. Can I say that? It's really good.
All right. That's what I like to hear. But the only reason I'm super interested in getting it is for the Peace Walker remake, because I had it on the PSP and I just couldn't get into it. Like, it had a great story, but I stopped playing halfway through because I couldn't get used to the controls.
Oh yeah, it's hard to play a Metal Gear game, isn't it? Because when I went back to play 2, I was like, man, you're fighting with the controls most of the time. If anybody goes back and plays number 2, I don't care what anybody says. It's not about being good at video games or not or whatever. The controls are very strange, so it takes about a good half an hour to get reacquainted without,
Just the whole
the
whole circle and X switch up always messed me up.
But I was running around in the second one and I thought, God, I'm like, it's been so many years since I played this. It's been Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. I'm going to have a look. 2000 or 2001?
I think it's 2001. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Solid 2. So Sons of Liberty. I'm just kind of curious how many years it's been.
Those key presses sure do sound solid.
Oh, yeah.
November 2001. Wow. Fuck. Can you believe that Metal Gear Solid 2 came out 10 fucking years ago?
No, I can't. It kind of makes me feel old. That's the first time I've ever felt that way. Thanks.
You know what? Keep doing it. Welcome to the family. Exactly. If you judge your life by, video game release dates, you'll go insane. I hate saying I played that game when it came out 20 years ago.
We're like 60 in game years, all of us.
But if anybody's on the fence about it and you're just going, oh, well, they just updated the graphics. Yeah, they did, but it's really well done and give it a chance. And Peace Walker, you're right, Jonathan. I've got to get on that. So that's something I can do when I'm not playing Zelda. So thanks for that idea. That's a good one. Yeah, definitely. But what else you guys been playing? Jason, what have you been playing?
Well, John brought over some pinwheels. You ever eat those?
They're like marshmallow chocolate cookies?
Marshmallow chocolate cookies.
Marshmallow chocolate.
They're called pinwheels.
Those like wagon wheels, like that kind of thing.
They have graham crackers, and I think it's marshmallow and
then
covered
wrapped in chocolate.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I appreciate that, John. It's very nice of you.
You're
I
welcome.
just pounded one, and I got something for him.
Wait, you pounded
it?
it?
You do.
Yeah, just straight to the face. Just pinwheel in. Yeah,
That's what you say.
I'm not afraid to say it. I got something for John.
Now what's this?
Do you like almonds?
Do you have almond joy?
Do you like almond joy?
I like the mounds part. I don't like almonds, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's good
No,
stuff.
fuck that. If you don't like it,
Man, you guys are asking for another orgy. He just said mounds, almonds, which are
I
form of
know.
nuts, and
Well, because
pound.
I don't like these at all, so you can have the whole bag.
Really?
Oh,
You don't like them?
No.
you can have the whole bag, he
No.
said.
Wow. Thanks, man. There's
You're
like 5
welcome.
or 6 in here. Good. Thanks, dude. Good.
And then when you're down there, I've got this bag.
What's there?
About 20 Kit Kats.
You don't like Kit Kats?
I love them. We're going to eat them together.
Oh, okay. I was going to
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
Man.
Right in the face.
So what have I been playing? I worked from Monday to Sunday. Today is Sunday. So I haven't been playing a whole lot. I will say, according to my Steam community profile and all the friends on my list, JAYSUN169, shameless plug there on Steam. I have my friends in the last 2 weeks have played 683 hours of Skyrim
Wow.
and
Wow.
412 of Team Fortress 2.
Very nice.
So, wow. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I
You
need
know-
to play some Team Fortress again sometime.
Yeah, Pete, you and your knife. You and your
I'm absolutely
backstabbing. I'm trying to look here because I did play a few games here. I finished Dead Island. I talked about that last time. That was like the last thing I really got into. Oh, I played a little bit of Duke Forever online with a cousin, Dirty Dongles. Played with him a little bit. And then I played a little bit of Flat Out Ultimate Carnage on PC too, a little bit. Did some Destruction Derby, and that's really about it. I haven't played a whole lot. You know what? I woke up this morning and I'm going to work, and I wake up and I roll out of bed and I look in my closet, and in my closet I have my N64 controller, my Hori mini pad, and I look at it and I just like, oh my god, I want to have a freaking 64 game night. I just thought about all these games like Mario Tennis and GoldenEye and all these like great multiplayer games.
Mhm.
You know, I just felt like eating fruit snacks, drinking Fanta, and playing Mario Party 1 through 3, just fucking marathon style.
Don't forget the Kit Kats.
Right there, buddy. I just, I don't know. So hopefully I'll get some time next week. I have the next 2 days off. So,
Nice.
and now you may be saying to yourself, oh, you have the next 2 days off. Why don't you watch Lord of the Rings, Jason?
I wasn't going to say it.
Bullshit. You were thinking it.
I was going to say, I was going to come over there, grab the N64, throw it out the fucking window.
Say, watch
put the
it.
fucking player
Watch
in.
this. Here, now you guys know the rules, though. I told you this last time.
Oh.
I'll watch it when John gets his Pandora. I'm just
Well, when is
I'm
this?
just saying,
What is this? This is a new rule? This is new to me.
I thought I talked about it like last 5 episodes.
Nobody's buying this bullshit that you're serving. You know that.
I was too busy having a game night.
Didn't you play like Half-Life mod GoldenEye or something?
Oh, I have been playing that. Yes. Thank you, Pete. See, I don't say things because I hope Pete will remind me. Because I like to see if Pete's catching up on, what I'm playing. I have been, actually. That's great, Pete. Thanks for reminding me. So,
Stalker.
GoldenEye. No, Pete, he's got my back. He's got my back. So, I've been playing a mod of with the Source engine. It's called GoldenEye Source. From what I know, this was created like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago, and it's been in beta for so long. But it's basically an exact replica of what GoldenEye for Nintendo 64 is, but it uses the Source engine, and it's online. It's just the multiplayer, okay? It's not the single-player campaign or anything. It's just the multiplayer. It's got all the maps, all the guns, and then it has some newer, like, user-made maps and so forth. But it's really, really nice because it's exactly like it was. They redid some of the music, but it sounds exactly like it used to, and the guns, and it's just so awesome. So awesome. So if you guys want to play this, and I'm serious, dude, I want to have a game night with this. This is so awesome. Pete, do you have it? Did you download it? It's free to download, by the way.
No, I don't.
Well, you should. And everyone else should. And we should have a game night because it'd be great. I got to figure out how to host a server, but if I can figure that out, which I'm sure I can, we all should really play it.
Speaking of Half-Life, it was posted over this week. An employee was wearing, a Valve employee was wearing a Half-Life 3 t-shirt.
Oh.
Oh, that's... Wow, really?
Yeah. And he said that, they know just as much about the game as we do, but
Yeah,
I have a feeling that game's going to be getting announced, at the next big gaming event, whichever one that might be. I guess PAX. Wow. It would be nice if it was PAX East.
That'd be awesome.
When did Half-Life 2 come out? A long time ago, huh?
Half-Life 2 came out some mid-2000s, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, I've only played it Half-Life 2 on Xbox. I've never even played the first Half-Life, but I'm just happy because I know that the fans of that series have just been dying. They've left them hanging for many years.
Yeah, it originally came out in 2004. Is when
so I'm just happy that people are finally going to, get what they've wanted for so long.
Well, what's crazy about it is that they did Half-Life 2, then they did Half-Life 2 Episode 1, then they did Episode 2. And if you guys remember the end of that second episode, I guess I won't spoil it, but I will say that, the story just abruptly ends and they completely leave you hanging. Completely. Like, it doesn't even resolve. There's no fucking resolve. It just ends. And there's like turmoil. It's just, it's horrible. And so, come on, how long does it take? Now, I'm just really passionate. It's like one of my favorite games. I love Half-Life series. And we see the third installment, which will be the last, I'm under the impression. It's going to be great. Can't wait for it. Hopefully they bring it out. I don't know.
All new engine too.
Let them take their time. If they want to take their time, they've obviously done that. But they'll be good.
Well, if they announce it, you better hope they don't pull a Capcom.
Oh shit!
Well, if they wait too long, it's going to be what happened with Duke Nukem. It's just going to be too much hype, and it's just going to be not live up.
It'll never live up.
I can almost guarantee you, John, that we are going to have an exact same situation here. Yeah. It's been so long as it is. It's been 3 years, 4 years? I don't even know. When did Episode 2 come out? See, I don't even know that. Trying to look it up.
Yeah.
But we probably will have that happening.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's about it. That's about all I've been playing. GoldenEye. Pinwheels and Twix and whatever else. What about you, John? What have you been up to?
Playing some Skyrim still. Been enjoying that. It's pretty fun. I know we've talked about it a lot, so I won't get too much into detail about it. But
we haven't talked about it enough.
Yeah, it's just
600 hours.
So I also I picked up this game. You guys are gonna laugh and you're gonna make fun of me for playing this game, but I picked it up at Black Friday. Picked up Arkham City, which I still haven't unwrapped yet because I'm waiting to kind of go through Skyrim, kind of like with Pete, right? But when I was there at Best Buy, they had a Connect game. And it was a little backstory here before I tell you what game it is. One of my favorite places on earth is Disneyland. I love
Disneyland.
You and me.
I love Disneyland.
We share that. Buddy.
I love Disneyland, right?
We share.
I'm just very nostalgic for Disneyland.
Totally.
So I picked up on Black Friday for $35. I picked up Disneyland Adventures Connect.
Oh my god!
So I was playing.
Take it off the podcast.
What's that?
Where we say goodbye and farewell.
No. So here's the deal. I was playing with my wife. It's a good game to play with the missus, right? Because the Connect. It's been a while since I played the Connect. First of all, because I don't know. It's been probably several months, but I like the way that how you can the menu options. You can just say it and it goes to it, which is pretty cool. And they do a really good job of recreating Disneyland. It looks like anything down to the finest detail. Go ahead, Jason. You're going to say something.
Yeah, well, I'm curious now. Can you walk the park or what?
You can walk the park.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, you can walk the park. And to walk, you have to stick your hand out straight and you move around left, right.
That's almost enough for me to buy a Connect.
And here's the deal with this game, right? It's kind of got RPG elements to it as well. Because you level up in the game and you collect coins. And there's two premises of the whole game. Go around and meet the different characters and get autographs. Okay. And you got to collect coins and they have you send you on different missions, like Skyrim. You go on missions.
Trading in Skyrim for this game.
I cannot wait.
I'm telling you, no, it's fun.
This actually sounds pretty cool.
And there's you can go on to Magic Mountain and go ride on the Magic Mountain. And obviously it's not just the real ride. It's you move around. Some of the controls are kind of a bit tricky to get to, but I was thinking, this is what I was thinking about, because I was thinking about how you can move around and how you can talk and to meet the characters you wave and stuff like that. But I was thinking, how cool would it be if they had Skyrim for the Kinect?
No.
No, Pete, it
No.
would work.
It totally would
We
not.
talked about this before. We talked about how amazing it would be to play an RPG first-person view on the Kinect. That would be fucking excellent.
Yeah, it would work because you could
But
just.
I remember I don't have a Kinect, and I remember me and Pete were talking about this, and Pete said that his words were, "Yeah, it wouldn't control right." Wasn't that right?
It wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
After
remember that.
playing this, though, I think that they're getting close. They're getting close. It's a fun game. I mean, they do everything, all the little detail to the concession stands. You get coins. You can go into like the retail stores and buy T-shirts and whatnot. And I don't know. And even the sounds,
Oh,
like the sounds are great. Like you walk by the teacups and you hear the little like teacup songs, and
that's the best right there.
it's like I felt like I was in. My wife really got a kick out of it, but it felt like we were at Disneyland. It was really well done. So
Favorite game of the year so far, John?
no, absolutely not.
Game of the year.
But no, I'm telling you, if you're nostalgic for like Disneyland, like I am, you know, it's definitely fun. And if you have kids and stuff like that, it's a good game for kids. But
Disneyland has the best $9 corn dogs I've ever had.
yeah, you can buy churros and corn dogs and
Yeah, you walk down Main
Dole
Street,
Whips.
hang a right there before the little turnaround, and they got this little stand, dude. And it's like $9 corn dogs. They're like foot long. They're just deep fried goodness.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited because I'm going there for the first time next year. So
Are you?
Oh,
Pete, save your
man.
Oh,
money.
wow.
Don't get your ticket. Get this game instead. It's going to be the same experience.
Yeah.
Just get the game.
Just get the game. No. I mean, if you've been to Disneyland before, I'm serious. They do a really good job with like the graphics and stuff and the sound. You have to try it out. Jason.
Okay, so I don't have a Kinect, but I'm thinking of getting one now. But the thing is can you? Okay, so these games that are for Kinect, that's all good and fun. But can you use a controller?
No.
You can't.
No.
certain
only
Kinect games
Kinect.
that say work better with Kinect, you can, but that's hardly any of them.
Like to get the menu, you lift your both hands up, and you can go anywhere in the park. Like you can go to Ventureland, Tomorrowland, whatever. And then
Epcot?
you can also you can say it. You say Tomorrowland, it'll jump you to Tomorrowland. Where you say entrance, and it'll go to the entrance. So you don't necessarily have to like move your hands and stuff. It's pretty cool. So
Man, that sounds great.
I've
Game
been
of the
playing that
year.
game. Kind of embarrassed to say. What's that?
It's a game of the year.
Welcome to Disneyland Adventures. Yahoo! Yeah.
That's not a bad Mickey Mouse.
I didn't know what I was
I
doing.
think he was trying to do a Minnie Mouse.
Yeah,
No.
just trying to do something.
So that's what I've been playing. Those two games primarily. But I've been busy like you guys been.
Christmas time, right,
It's a
John?
busy
It's just
time.
like crazy.
Yeah, it is a
It
busy time. It is, yeah.
really is nuts.
How about you, Jonathan?
What have I been playing? Let's see. Well, I've been playing a bit of Tales of Legendia on the PS2. I got into that a while ago, and then I stopped playing, but recently picked that back up. Picked back up Dark Souls also, and one that Jason will probably like. Recently, I reacquired copies of both Contra and Super C on the NES.
Oh, that a kid. Way to be.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah,
game.
and I was pretty proud. I finally beat the first Contra without using any power-ups. It only took me like 76 lives.
Wow.
Hey, Jonathan, have you ever played Contra Force?
No, I haven't yet.
It's kind of the third one, but it's different. It's kind of a harder title to find for the NES.
Mhm.
Jason, you
It's
played it?
actually, yeah, no, I have it. It is rare to find.
Yeah, it's rare to find.
I actually don't prefer it.
It wasn't originally in Japan. It's not a Contra game. I mean, it's by Konami, but it's not a Contra series.
It's called something else.
It's
right?
called something else.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, but
Which it kind of feels that way. It kind of feels like it's a different game and they slap Contra name on it in a way.
that's what they did. Yeah, that's what they did. But definitely, I mean, you should check it out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I'm actually playing one on the Game Boy Advance right now. I think it's just a remake of the Alien Wars, but it's still pretty good. And yeah, I finished up Skyrim actually a while ago. I love those kind of games, but I'm more of a Fallout 3 fan. So I got about 80 hours into Skyrim, and I was like, well, I'm thinking I'm over these side quests, and I went ahead and finished up the main story. And then I was like, all right, now if I ever want to pick it back up, I'll have a clean place to start. So I might pick that up again sometime next week. But for now, I'm done with it. But
Nice. What character? Were you?
yeah. I was a dark elf, and I specialized in destruction magic and short blades, and that was pretty much all I did.
Nice.
Which, by the way, I just wanted to bring this up real fast, but someone on the forum, Johnny, is extremely angered that we like Skyrim so much.
I saw that. I actually was looking at that.
Sorry. Please fill me in.
I didn't even bother reading most of the topic. I got a few sentences in, and then he started complaining because we didn't, because we don't look into like all game-breaking glitches and bugs in the game to like see how bad it is. I mean, I'm sorry, just because I don't want to ruin my game experience, I'm not gonna, do that.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I played all the way through to the end of the game, which obviously, as we say, that's just one part of the game. There's a huge other part. I never got any glitches in the whole fucking game. So, yeah, for me, I can say it's a fucking awesome game.
The PS3 version is very glitchy, I guess.
That's what I hear.
Broken, but
Yeah,
I patched it.
Yeah, I played it on the PS3 and I got it at launch. The only time that it, freaked out on me was it froze in the middle of gameplay one day and it didn't start back up. But it only happened once, and I'd been playing the game for like 9 hours straight, so that might have had a factor in it.
I mean, I went over a friend's house and he was playing Skyrim, and like the bugs and glitches in that game that happen, for the most part, they actually add like a fun factor to it because they're so stupid and over the top. Like
dragons flying backwards or something I heard about?
Well, my friend had icicles stuck in his body. So like when you go into third person, all you saw were these two big icicles sticking out of him. And it was like that for days. And then just randomly from playing, they disappeared and we were like,
that happened to me with arrows. I had 2 arrows stuck in my head and I finally figured out in order to get rid of them, you have to get shot by more arrows. I was like, what?
I had a time on the 360, but I was going and there's a troll. And he was starting to attack me, so I started running back, and like I go up these steps, and he couldn't go up these steps, like he was stuck there. And so I just like kept arrowing him and using magic and stuff, which made it easy because those guys were really hard to defeat, at least with my level where I'm at, where they were. But that was like the only time I really noticed any glitches.
But that's what made it fun. That's what Pete's saying. You had a more of a fun thing because you were able to, pot shot the guy, just from above, going bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
That's pretty more fun.
I got to mention something else that I heard on the Giant Bombcast because they like to talk about Skyrim, and they said there's this one guy out there that one of the developers, I think, actually asked this player, like, why did you do this? But apparently he's all the female companions that you can get in the game, like the ones that will accompany you on quests.
Yeah.
Every time he's done using them for a quest, he kills them, chops their head off, takes their head and puts it in his house, and then takes their naked bodies and puts them in his house as well.
There's a YouTube video.
No, I got it fucking
stat. Somebody sent that to me a few nights ago.
He calls himself the serial killer or something of Skyrim, and he does it just because I forget what he said, just like for no reason at all.
But when he goes into a town, don't they start attacking his ass?
I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious.
Well, Jonathan, you've seen the video. What kind of happens in that then?
They just tore the guy's house basically, and you see dead bodies all over the place, and then he goes over to a shelf where there are just heads lined up like trophies.
Oh, wait, how do you cut off their head?
I'd have no idea. I guess you just slash at him.
Well, I'm assuming he plays on the PC version. Oh no, wait. No, he could play on anything because I've never cut off someone's head and put it on a shelf, but I'm assuming he takes the companions into his house and then kills them in there and then keeps on reloading his game save until he gets he has the perk where you have a chance to cut off someone's head. So he probably just keeps on doing that until he cuts off their head and then you can just pick it up.
That's incredible. That is incredibly awesome.
I love Jason's watching right now.
No, I'm actually pulling up a different video that I saw a few days ago.
What's that?
About Skyrim. You guys see the someone did the unnecessary censorship on it? Did you guys hear that?
No.
To be honest, I avoid all Skyrim videos altogether. I've only seen like one video with funny glitches because someone showed it to me, but I just avoid all gameplay because I don't want really much spoiled for me in terms of environments and stuff because I'm still making my way through the game.
Yeah,
like one of my friends is like, oh, did you see the battle between, where the dog kills the dragon? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, the dog that talks. I'm like, oh, well, thanks for that spoiler.
Yeah, this isn't like gameplay. It's you ever see it? I think who does it? Does Jimmy Fallon do it, or someone does it where they just take clips and they put the beeps for cussing in there at certain times. Over just words that aren't even cuss words, and it sounds like they're cussing. Yeah. So someone did that with Skyrim, and I saw it the other day. It was hilarious.
Nice.
Oh shit! Yeah, I want to see that.
It,
Halt! You're not gonna me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running? I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
You'll see. It was a dragon. It'll us all, and then you'll believe me.
That's amazing.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my. You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you, but don't get on my bad side. Get me mad, and I'll you. Not a little, a lot.
I was just as surprised as you to find that big black.
Go away. I have more important things on my mind right now. I don't strangers.
Fine, whatever you want. Can't you just me and get it over with?
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time. Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the big ox in the Gray Main's yard. And me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of Dragon's Reach. But I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps me, and then I get in trouble.
Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His is upon my lips. His in my throat.
When you get to be my age, you'll come to miss the smell of strange, I know.
Boys, girls, dogs, elders. There's nobody I won't
Oh, is that good shit right there?
That's pretty
That
good.
is good, fucking amazing shit.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I
The
just
funniest
came
thing
across that. I was
ever.
laughing my ass off.
Jason, I sent you a link to a video. Now it's not the same if you don't see the video, but I think the song is pretty awesome.
Oh shit. Okay. What's it? I have to look it up. I'm on a different computer playing this.
Okay. Search YouTube for The Elder Scrolls Adventures with the Dova Kids. I'm sure if you just search The Elder Scrolls Adventures, it'll come up.
With what?
The Dova Kids.
Oh, the Dova Kids? Okay.
Dovahkids.
Oh my god, I'm there.
All right. I'll play it.
Hey, gang, check it out. I got a new game. Skyrim.
I'm going to join the Dark Brotherhood.
I'm gonna learn the dragon language. Yeah, if you ever pass English class. Where are we?
Welcome to the world of the Elder Scrolls. Nord, Redgar, Breton, Imperial, Elf, and Beast races alike. Your journey starts here.
Laughter and fun in the Nordland of Skyrim, saving Tamriel with cool dragon rhymes, battling monsters while spreading good feelings. Bad guys beware, because it's Dova Kid time.
The Elder Scrolls Adventures with the Dova Kids.
I'm Draggy the Dragon, too.
Oh my god.
Is that like a parody or is that a real deal?
No, it's a parody.
It feels like I'm watching freaking Saturday morning
It
cartoons.
does, yeah.
It does, really.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
It reminds me of the old, hey, John, you remember the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoons from the 80s?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Definitely reminds me of that.
absolutely.
That's
I found
awesome.
I found the link to that video of the dude with the severed heads. If you guys wanted
please,
that.
Please send that. Yes, I wish to see that.
All right, I just sent it to Jason. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's the same guy they're talking about, but if it's not, then apparently there's another person doing it. But
That's fine.
yeah,
What people
Good
do.
stuff.
Oh, good. Thank you for the link here. Sex Room, Sex. Oh, that. Skyrim Sex Life. Well, this is interesting. Oh my god. This is fantastic. It's like you're like, just for the audiences. The video is called Skyrim Sex Life, and it's, I guess you get to explore the serial killer's house, and it's fucked up.
He's got a body in the fire.
Oh, it's so fucked
It's just all these decapitated women's bodies laying around naked.
up.
That's crazy.
It's so funny what people do in video games, especially. Oh my god, it's excellent.
It's got like this creepy ass music playing.
Yeah, the trophy. Oh shit! Look at all the heads on the fucking shelf. Holy shit!
It's just who does that? It's kind of fucked up, though.
Seriously,
you know?
yeah.
It's messed up.
It's kids that are just fucking around, being fun.
Yeah.
The trophies. That's what he called
Yeah, I
them.
know. Trophies.
Hey, Pete, any update on the contest? that we're doing, not contest, but the voting.
Oh yeah, let me check that out. Let's see here. Let me just finish watching. Oh wow, he's got one hanging from the bed. That's amazing.
I know, it's just all that.
All right, let me see. And that just spoiled the house that's in goddamn probably one of the episodes.
Don't worry.
I know, I'm just kidding. Let's see here.
Run, kids.
All right, so. All right, well, last battle, the tournament battle. Poutine just totally destroyed Ketchup Chips. I'm sorry.
I know, disappointed to hear that.
You knew that
Broke
was gonna-
3 records. Poutine had 67 votes, which is the highest number of votes that any contestant has had thus far. The Whale had 51, just as a comparison. Lay's Ketchup Chips also broke a record for the lowest number of votes yet, with 19. And then the battle itself broke a record for the most number of votes overall so far. But right now, the current battle is Maids with Balloons versus Dynamite Ducks. And believe it or not, I didn't kind of expect this, but Dynamite Ducks is winning right now.
Well, I expect Maids and Balloons. My money's on them. Those dirty sluts are going to win.
35 votes, Dynamite Ducks, to 29 votes of Maids with Balloons.
Wow.
So the listeners right now can't vote, but if people listening to this right now, if you go into the forums, you can vote for the next battle, which will be Robot Cat versus Gary's Cat.
Oh, shit.
You gotta vote for the real guy who killed a cat. Like, well, nearly killed a
With a cat that almost died.
cat that almost died.
I'm still confused as to how a dog wins in a fight with a goat.
It's bullshit. The contest is rigged. I'm telling you.
Dogs rule.
Yeah, but I mean, goats have like those little like horns or whatever.
Exactly.
Woof,
motherfucker. Woof, woof.
I'm gonna
get a pit bull. I think a pit bull over a goat.
Okay, if it was a pit bull, maybe, but
woof.
See, I was thinking like a little tiny like Scottish Terrier or something.
Yay, yay, yay.
This also means that when we get around to the next round of battles, it will be the Whale versus Poutine, which will be quite the battle.
Oh boy,
that is going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
That's gonna be fucking insanity. This is funny stuff. This is such a good idea for. I would have never thought of anything like
Where can people vote? Where can people do that, Pete?
AllGenGamers.com. Click on the link right there. That will bring you to the forum, and then just look for the current topic, which will be, if you're listening right now, just look for round 6, I believe, and you can click in there. You can see what people are saying, who they're voting for, and you can click to vote. But you must be registered on the forums to vote, so make sure you just register.
Oh yeah, I think the Whale is gonna win, unless something.
I don't think so.
Pete, who do you think's gonna win?
I think I'm rooting for the throw-up controller.
It's really hard to say. There's so many good choices in there. It's gonna be.
They really are.
Yeah, I don't know which way it's gonna go. Oh.
They're all very eligible.
Very much so.
Then again, the Whale has its own theme song, so
It's a pretty epic theme song.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So what do you guys want to do now? Want to answer some questions?
Let's do it.
Well, we're still talking about games we've been playing.
Oh, did we finish that?
Is Pete?
No.
Did you go? Yeah, I think.
No, Jonathan was going, and then me and
Jonathan,
Pete still
okay.
have.
Oh, shit balls. Sorry.
No, I'm done. The only thing I played other than that is guitar, so I'm done.
Pete, do you want to rock and roll it?
So I played a little bit more Skyrim, a couple more hours, but I'm actually just getting over like a really bad cold. Luckily today, it's just starting to clear up. But because of that, I've been playing a lot more handheld games so that, I'm not just sitting upstairs all day. So I've been playing some kind of oddball handheld games. I broke out a game and it is called Rhyme Rider Kurokan. And that is a game on the WonderSwan Color. It's from the creator of the Parappa the Rappa games. And Vib Ribbon, if you guys remember us talking about that game with the lines and the rabbit and all that bullshit. But it's a rhythm game. And I picked it up because it's fairly cheap. It wasn't that expensive. And I like rhythm games. But my God, this is one of the shortest games I've ever played in my life. It is 4 levels, 4 songs. That's it.
Wow.
Now, here's the problem. it's really not that bad of a thing because at its core, it's actually a pretty charming game. And I'm going to do a video on this game anyway, so don't worry. I'll post a video up in the coming weeks. But the first two songs, being in Japanese, I had to, look through the manual and try and figure out how to play the game, which when I figured it out, it was pretty simple. There's different notes. So you're scrolling characters like this frog lady. She wears a frog helmet or some shit. And she's just running from the top left of the screen to the bottom right. And she jumps over obstacles, which is the same style as Vib Ribbon, except this game is actually really colorful. It's actually very impressive for WonderSwan Color. The graphics and the music and the sound in this game are actually very impressive, especially because the WonderSwan has like one speaker. And the sound in this game is actually so good that the speaker can't even handle it. But she runs from top left to the top bottom right, and you just jump over stuff by hitting different button combinations. But the problem is the time frame to hit the buttons is so small, it makes it very, very frustrating. Because I guess they figured, well, there's only 4 levels, but they actually randomize the obstacles that you jump over each time you play, so it's not the same. But the problem is they throw at you like really, really weird button combinations that just don't make any sense, and it's not really to any much of a rhythm. But the first 3 songs, once you get decent at the game, they become way too easy, and there's no point in really playing them again. And the problem is those are the best 2 songs in the game. The later 2 levels are much harder, but the songs aren't as impressive. So yeah, the game's only 4 levels long. There's just like high scores, and that's about it. I also played, and I'm really happy I started playing this game because I've been playing it quite a bit. It's Evolution Eternal Dungeons on the Neo Geo Pocket Color, which is actually known as being one of the rarest Neo Geo Pocket games for any region. Across all regions. This game is out in Europe and Japan. It's not rare in Japan, but obviously if you want to play this game and you're not, reading Japanese, you need the European version, which is actually extremely rare to get. So I figured, what the hell, I picked it up, and because I was genuinely interested in it, because it is the only true turn-based RPG on the console itself that I know of that's in English. And it's actually a direct port of the first Evolution game on the Dreamcast, because I started playing it, I'm like, wow, these characters and the way they introduced them seems vaguely familiar, because I played the first Evolution many, many years ago. And I thought this was like a little spin-off, but it's actually a direct port. All the items are the same. I come to figure out after I did a little bit of research. All the items are the same. The enemies, the only thing that's different is just the way the game is laid out, because it is on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. The town is menu-based, and like the way you navigate around there is menu-based, but it's got full-on randomized dungeons. Every time you go into dungeons, they're random. There's traps on the floor. Battles are turn-based with a grid-based gameplay, so you kind of do more damage when you're up front, less damage in the back, but you get more HP and all that stuff, which is true to the Dreamcast game as well. And you can also level up your, I think they call them arms or whatever the weapon is that the characters use in this game. But you can level it up, put on different base attributes to power it up. You can learn different moves with it. And this game's a lot of fun. The whole point to it is just dungeon crawl, find chests, get items, sell them for money, or equip them yourself and like pay off a debt. But it's actually a really excellent game, and I'm not regretting the price that I had to pay for it.
How much was it? How much you pay for it?
I bought it a while ago. I think I paid like $120 for it. But the game, that was actually a really good deal, because the game typically sells for around $200.
Wow.
When it's on eBay, it very rarely ever shows up.
Wow.
I've also been playing a bit more Terra Enigma on Super Nintendo. Right now, I'm finally out of like the beginning of the game, which is getting through the first 5 towers, which is sort of like not the tutorial, but it's the introduction to the game. So now I'm out of the underworld, and I'm trying to revive the other, I forget what they call it, but the outer world. And I got my ass kicked, so I haven't gone back to it in a couple of days. That game, it all of a sudden it went from, fairly easy to freaking pretty challenging. Maybe I got to do a little bit of leveling up, but that game is a lot of fun. What the heck else have I been playing? I just played some Shadow of the Beast 2 on Sega CD, and
Jesus.
Old school.
I bought it because I've been on the Shadow of a Beast kick lately. I don't know what it is. But I picked up the second game, never played it before. But I watched some YouTube videos and someone was like, the Sega CD version is the worst version because the music is so horribly out of place. And I have to disagree because the music is, very out of place, but that actually adds to the charm of this game because you start the game up and it's got this like hard, like heavy metal song playing for the title screen. And then the rest of the music in the game, it's kind of, it's kind of weird, it's out of place, but I kind of like it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But this game it's got some problems. I like all the different, one thing I like about the Shadow of the Beast games is it's got so many different enemies and creatures and monsters. And that's no exception in this one, but it's got terrible voice acting, which you can turn off. But the problem I found is the controls are very stiff. Maybe it's the controller I'm using. Maybe I'll try changing out my Genesis controller. But the jumping and attacking is just, it's pretty bad. The one weapon I have right now, I can only attack in one direction and enemies come from all directions, so it kind of makes it tough. But I ran into a glitch where my character dropped down a pit and became stuck, and I proceeded to die over and over and over. Lost all my continues, and that kind of sucks because you obviously go back to the start in Shadow of the Beast. So, and I think that's. I'm forgetting one game. How could I forget? Another handheld game. Solo Torobo I picked up on Black Friday from Amazon because it was on sale for only $20. And this is the spiritual sequel to Tail Concerto on PlayStation 1. And this is a pretty awesome, actually. I'm kind of blown away by the graphics in this game, but it's a very lighthearted action RPG kind of game where you play as this kind of wolf dog, I don't know what the hell he is, guy that rides around in a mech. It's sort of like his battle suit. But the combat, the RPG aspect of it is very simplified. I mean, I'm 3.5 hours into this game and I haven't seen much advancement in the combat system, but it boils down to you press and mash the A button to lift your enemies up. And it's in a real-time third person, kind of action RPG style where you just mash the A button to pick your enemies up and then throw them. And that does damage. And you can also combo them by throwing them into the air and jumping and catching them and throwing them again to kind of keep the damage.
When was this game released?
This year, maybe like a month ago.
Oh, is this by the developer who wanted to do Mega Man Legends 3? Said, yeah, let us do it?
I'm not sure. Actually.
Is that the same game? Sorry. Yeah.
I can find out. Yeah, I'll search for it and let you guys know. But the combat is very, very simple. People that are looking for a challenge, that's not going to be in this game. But if you're looking for just like a game that tries to do a lot of things, doesn't do anything exceedingly well, but pulls off a lot of stuff pretty good, that's this game. The combat system, like I said, is super simple. You just
What is the name again?
Sola Torobo. So it's SOLATO. ROBO. But I'm telling you, search right now for some gameplay because the graphics when you're in the towns in this game are phenomenal. It's some of the best graphics I've ever seen on the original DS. Possibly the best that I've seen in the towns, at least. Yeah. In terms of dungeons and stuff, it's not that impressive, but the towns, holy shit.
Yeah, I remember the artwork for it was awesome.
Yeah, it's, there's not any voice acting. There's just like little grunts and groans kind of. But the 2D sprite work is just amazing. The music also is pretty damn good. It comes with a soundtrack. And you do quests. So when you get to new towns and stuff, there's a quest broker that you can go to, and there'll be quests like, oh, go fetch me this item, or go defeat these enemies in this dungeon, or, do this or do that. And you get medals to rank up to take on harder quests, and you get money to improve your robot, which is another cool aspect where throughout the game world you find these power cells which you can use to unlock sort of this little puzzle element to the game where you can buy upgrades for your robot, like attack and speed and defense, and you have to piece them together in this square grid that you gradually unlock.
Is this game out in English?
Oh yeah, I bought the Japanese version. I bought the Japanese version because the game is that simple to the fact that if you don't care about the story, the gameplay is really easy enough to kind of grasp it out. knowing Japanese. So I bought the Japanese collector's edition, and then literally a week after they announced it's coming to the US. So I was like, oh fuck. Well, luckily,
you know what? Sorry, I had to stop this. I had no idea that the game was fucking out here.
Really? Yeah,
No
it's pretty awesome. I mean, I've been playing it for quite a bit. It's very lighthearted, very simple, but it's the kind of game where you can kind of just sit back and relax and just play it, Nothing.
I cannot believe it.
They got little mini games in there, and I just did like a racing segment where I'm flying in the sky. So they introduced like a lot of different stuff in this game. Like I said, it doesn't do anything exceedingly well except for the graphics, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Unbelievable. How did I fucking not see this coming out here? Yes. Was it Solar Robo?
Solar Robo.
Robo, okay. At least it's an easy name to fucking pronounce.
Good thing you remember that one.
Yeah, Solar Robo. Now that really just rolls off the tongue.
John,
Red the Hunter, eh? Yeah.
Gamester, remind us if we forget the name to this.
Yeah,
right?
Bardabar.
Bardabar?
And that's that's all I've been playing. So that I can remember.
Fuck, I gotta.
It's quite a lot of games, dude, for someone who's been busy.
Or yeah, somebody's been sick.
Oh, so
yeah.
But you know what? The funny thing is, isn't it true though? When you're sick, I play the most amount of games when I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
There's nothing else to fucking do. What are you just gonna do? Sit there and go, oh, you might as well go, oh, with a controller in your hand. You might as well do something like that. So, well, I got a few interesting games to mention. Nothing too unbelievably off the radar, except for one game, Ni no Kuni. Am I pronouncing that name correct, Pete?
Yeah.
I thought so. I just making sure because there's a lot of people like, he's pronouncing it incorrectly. He's an asshole.
Bardabar.
And for anybody who doesn't know, Ni no Kuni, it's a PS3 game, and it's coming out over here in March as the White Witch. Is that the name of it? It's going to be out over
something
here?
like that. Yeah, I think so. I can't wait. Jeez.
Yeah, and it's by Level 5. We love Level 5. Level 5 is excellent. And Studio Ghibli. So they're doing the animation on it. And my copy arrived one day after it came out in Japan.
Oh, you imported it?
I imported it. And
oh, God. Tell me you played it.
I'm 4 hours in. Yeah.
Really? Tell me, please. Because I'm going to say, I hate to jump the gun here, but it looks like in terms of traditional RPGs, it could be the best one I've ever played, possibly.
The thing is there's a lot that, okay, let's get into it. A lot of people have been saying, hey, on the podcast, please tell us about this game. And let me just first of all say this much, that why I had such a hard time last night is that I was trying for 6.5 fucking hours to get a brand new capture device to work in my Mac Pro, and I still can't get it to work. And that was because I wanted to be able to upload PS3 footage and all this kinds of stuff. So I'm still working on it because I wanted to do a fucking preview on this game and show where I've gone to in the game and explain what I've experienced so far and what I think so far. And can't get it to work, but I'm working on it. So
what issues are you having with it?
The thing is, it's called the Intensity Pro Capture card, and it goes in. And long story short, I get it in the right slot in the Mac Pro and all this bullshit. And the thing is, I just can't get a signal in. I can't get any footage in, meaning that I hook everything up. Everything's hooked up correctly, but when I go to hit capture, there's just nothing there. And I'm like, what? Everything's on. I'm a video game player here. I know all my wires, everything's working, and it's just not working. So I was very frustrated last night. I went to bed angry. I was like, oh, fuck. And so I talked to a friend of mine today. There's not a lot of people I can talk to about, Mac Pro and installing this card and getting it to work. There's not many people who do that. So I talked to one friend of mine he thinks that because of the slot I had it in to put it into the next slot. So I did. The Mac registers that this card is there. It's just, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But anyways, back to the game. And I forgot, it was about 3 months ago, I pre-ordered the game. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, pre-order Play Asia. And I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. And then all of a sudden, I get a fucking thing saying, hey, Play Asia, just charge your credit card. I'm like, what? What the fuck? For what? I'm like, oh shit, that game. Oh, okay. I'm like, damn, that was expensive. Fuck, that was like $110 or something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Was it the standard edition or was there collectors?
The edition that comes with the book, I think that's just is that the regular edition? It's probably, no, I think it's probably special edition. I don't know. Knowing Japan, there's probably one that comes with fucking bunny ears for all I know. No, seriously, but so it arrived the other day, and it was awesome to put it in. And first impressions as you put it in, and obviously the animation, Studio Ghibli, is just awe-inspiring, beautiful looking stuff. The music, orchestrated bliss, wonderful stuff. And what can be said? So, I remember Kim saying to me, "Oh, why did you buy this game? You're never going to be able to understand it." And I'm like, "Well, I'll give it a shot. I want to see how far I can get in." And I kind of like it a little bit of a challenge. And I talked to Taylor, who's been on the show before, who lives in Japan, knows Japanese extremely well. He said, "You know what? The menus aren't bad. You'll be able to get through it." And I absolutely did. What's my impressions?
Did you hit any roadblocks at all in terms of not knowing where to go?
Oh no, not at all. It's what's beautiful? There's always a star on my map where I need to go.
Nice.
So up to this point, I've been really lucky. But let me just say, the storyline, something that I can piece together. I'm not going to pretend that I understand the storyline 100%. I probably understand it probably about 40%. But something happens in the beginning of this storyline. And I was sitting there the other night, Kim had gone to bed, and I'm playing this game. And it's a children's game, you're thinking it's a children's RPG type of game. And this event, and I will move past this because I don't want us to hang on this too long, was so shocking.
Are you kidding?
You fucking just said it. You need to edit that out.
Wait, am I right?
Yeah.
Shit, I just spoiled it for myself.
Oh my god!
I wasn't.
Are you reading it, Peter?
No, I'm just guessing.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back. I'll just say spoiler alert. I don't know if we're gonna edit Pete's bit out, but I'll just say this.
That honestly was pretty fucking epic.
I can't believe I just mistakenly spoiled it for myself.
So please, if you don't want to know anything of the storyline, fast forward a couple of minutes on this. Spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the story right now. So please don't. Yeah, you're right, Pete. And I'm telling you, do you want to know any more, Pete, about this?
I guess I do now. Jesus Christ.
You know it.
As far as I know, this kid, the main character, goes to visit his friend, and his friend is, a bit of an inventor, and he's kind of put together this kind of racing car. And he gets the main character. He's like, "Hey, why don't you race this car?" And he gives him the helmet and all this. And I don't understand the story. I don't know why this kid agrees to it. He's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll ride it," whatever. And so the main character gets in this racing car, and he's riding down this little hill, and the hill is right beside this kind of like a river. And what happens is the car starts to go down, and obviously because it's built by a kid, it starts to fall apart piece by piece. And the kid's driving it, it's going, "Oh my god, fuck!" And then all of a sudden, it goes over the side into the river, and our main character is fucking drowning. And it's like, oh geez, well of course he's gonna get out. And then his friend, oh my god, his friend was driving me nuts. He's just sitting there going, his friend twists his ankle. He's like, "Oh, I can't," and he can't save his friend who's in the water drowning. Where all of a sudden the main character's mother runs up, and all the townsfolk actually arrive afterwards, but she runs up and she jumps in the water, pulls out her son, saves her son, a great heroic moment. And this is when all the townspeople show up. All the townspeople are there, and they're like, "Yay!" And his friend is relieved. Everybody's big sigh of relief. Everybody's happy. All of a sudden, the mother's like, and I'm sitting there going, "What's going on here?" type of thing. And all of a sudden, all the townspeople are holding the mother. And this is all speaking Japanese, right? So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And all of a sudden, the mother has a fucking heart attack and dies.
Wow.
And I'm like, is it late at night? Am I not understanding this storyline? Why is the mother dead? And then all of a sudden, the next scene, I'm like, maybe she comes back to life, or maybe something. All of a sudden, the next scene is so funny. Well, it's not funny, actually. It's not funny at all. It's horribly funny in the sense that it's this kid sitting in his room by himself, and he's crying, and he's like totally disturbed about his mother. Actually, I thought it might have been his sister. I didn't know who this, because she kind of looks like a younger character. So if it is his sister, I apologize. I kind of was taking it that it was his mother, and he's just like totally upset. And I'm like, this is fucking horrible. What the fuck is that? What is this? What am I playing? And then all of a sudden, he's crying on his stuffed animal, and his stuffed animal comes to life. And then his stuffed animal shows him this alternative world, and then this is as far as I can think.
So did he take some drugs or something to make this happen? Or what?
This is what I'm concerned about, John. Actually,
yeah, he's like tripping on.
I like this is what I mean. I kind of have that funny, and I'm totally wrong here. I'm just guessing because I'm having fun, but I feel like he's like it's a big hallucination or something. And he's gonna wake up and his mom's still gonna be fucking dead. It's like, oh, this is he's in a straitjacket, you know, one of those movies. We've seen those before, and it's really kind of really weird. And all of a sudden, as far as I can tell, I wish we had Taylor on to explain the storyline because he definitely understands it. Is that it looks like he shows him an alternative version of his mother living in this parallel world. Kind of like maybe a world where this stuffed animal is parallel from as well. Because then they go into the world, and then I have no idea what's going on. Then it's basically stereotypical RPG. You have an overworld. You can go to a town. You can buy items. You can go to, you know, like I just came back from this big long quest in this, what would I call it? Sorry, there's my fucking phone going. But yeah, this big forest area with all this shit. Beautiful graphics. Let me just say, incredibly gorgeous graphics.
Are they like the best you've seen so far?
Yeah. For
an RPG?
Is it the best?
Yeah, that you've seen for an RPG so far in this console generation.
Isn't it funny? You know, it's like when is Skyrim the best RPG ever? Arguably, yes, it is. It's the closest I've ever seen to any video game where you are playing a cartoon. You know, when we were kids.
You know, it's so funny you mentioned that because I don't know, Joystick or Kotaku or something posted some like videos from the game, and they're like, "Oh, check out these new gameplay videos." And the still images of the videos before you hit play, I'm like, "Wow, what is this? Like an animated cutscene or something?" No, it's like actual gameplay. I'm like, "Wow, that looks so much like a cartoon."
It's funny when you're playing the game, you can see that it's graphics. You can, when you're really, it's up on your high def TV, you can see it. But no, there's no complaining on my part. It's really fun. It's really stunning. And oh God, everybody's going to hate me because.
How are the battles though?
Well, that's what I'm just going to get to is that you just start off on your own. And it was only the last few times about probably my third hour in, did I start to understand how to use my magic and all of that. So I know how to heal myself and cast, like fire magic or whatever now. And I think I just got another spell as well. And now I can bring in another character, another monster. And I don't want to be wrong about this. I think it's an alternative version of me. If it's not, I apologize. As I say, I don't understand fucking Japanese. I'm just having fun playing this game. But he fights for me at times. I can switch in and out. And it's good combat. It's great when you fight a boss. So one of the bosses I fought, it was actually very easy, actually, but very cool looking. I don't know, like if everybody for them to make their own decisions, type of thing, when it comes up. But here's a real kicker: the game did not perform well in Japan.
Oh God!
And here's the thing. I was talking to a friend of mine who's a real big import guy, a huge import guy, actually, I should say. And he said, yeah, isn't it weird that Modern Warfare 3 was one of the best-selling games in Japan? It outsold this game.
That is insane. Normally these RPGs just clean house over there.
And this is a topic into itself that in the past, Japan was the cool place to go. Japan was telling us, like what we wanted with video games, where it's kind of switched now. And Japan was always like, no, we won't play. I wouldn't say they weren't saying we won't play Western games, but they didn't want to get into it. They were like, no, we're going to stick with our games that we make here. And slowly but surely, they've snuck in now. Like as I said, Skyrim was the first game ever to get a 40 in a Famitsu magazine, which is unheard of. That's never happened. But
you mean like an American game to get a 40?
Yeah, the first American game ever to get a 40. That's never happened. This got hit. Yeah, so different times for Japan, eh? Really, it's very, very interesting how times have changed for Japan. And for a big RPG by level fucking 5 to come out in Japan and not clean house, well, damn, that's not a good sign for the future. I'm telling you, they spend a lot of fucking money on this game. A lot of money. You can see it. Like, the one thing that you really like is when you start off in the game, you start off in the real world and you're running around via, like, it reminded me of Earthbound. And I thought, wouldn't this be great if they did Earthbound this way? And everybody's going to play the game. I think in the beginning they'll think of Earthbound because you're running around this normal town as a kid, and you really get that Earthboundy feel. And God, it's very cool to see. And I wish they'd do more RPG set in a modern setting, kind of anime style like that. But I'm telling you, I'm seeing bad things for the future.
I don't see any more sequels to this game.
When did this game come out, Johnny?
About a week ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So PlayAsia is pretty good. So I got it like 2 days later, and it comes with a magic book. You know, it's and can I understand it? Absolutely not. Does it look cool? Well, yes, it does. But I have no idea how you implement it. I think it's stored digitally in the game itself. So it's funny. I think every spell you get or every monster, it's in the spell book, and it's also in the game. So you can. I think when it comes here, we will not get the spell book.
Yeah, I think the games that are becoming probably more popular in Japan are probably like games like English Cram School.
Definitely.
Games that are,
yeah, definitely.
The younger generation will enjoy.
Double Dong edition.
Double Dong edition.
Games to 81 special edition.
Right on, Johnny. Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry. A lot of people were asking what my impressions were, and I got to say, if you like RPGs, you will love this game. If you like anime, you will love this game. So go get it. I can't wait to get back into it. I hopefully can get my capture card going so I can give some impressions on the game. And I don't know, man. I hate this technology shit. It pisses me off. But other than that, real quickly, it's something that we should all talk about. I know, well, maybe me and Pete. I don't. Jonathan, are you interested in Xenoblade?
Yeah, slightly.
Sorry, my friend. You wrote on my goddamn wall about it, and I just remembered that.
Well, see, I was sitting there, paying attention to it more so because of the whole Mega Man Legends 3 thing. That was something else I supported. So I was just happy to see that, they got what they wanted.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's because of the Project Rain for all? Do you think
no, to be quite honest, and I'm going to be really honest here, I think they were going to bring the game over this whole time, and they were probably, quite flattered by the Operation Rainfall, but I really don't think, and, as mean as this may sound, I don't think that had a pull at all in their decision to bring it over here. I think they knew that they were going to bring it over here eventually, just it was a matter of when.
And the reason to back up what Pete just said is that if Project Rainfall, had that much street cred to be to pull that off, what about the fucking Earthbound petitions? Those have never done anything, and those have had a lot more power than Project Rainfall. So therefore, I highly doubt it. And no way, if it did, that's great. But I think Nintendo does what they fucking want to do. They don't, they haven't brought Earthbound out.
That's
Earthbound 3, anybody?
Kind of going back to my question earlier in the podcast when I asked the franchise to bring back, that would be it. Earthbound.
Well, the reason why it didn't come to any of our minds is because it's so out of our psyche now. It's like you don't even Earthbound sequel these days. You don't even think about it anymore, because Nintendo is just not doing it.
Do you think it would live up to its hype though, even if they were to release it?
I think so.
Or would it do the whole Duke Nukem Forever thing?
See, but Earthbound, they can bring it out and make it exactly like the original, and I think fans would be fine with that. Unlike Duke Nukem, where it's going to get compared to every freaking other first-person shooter. They're different genres. The RPG genre, traditional RPGs, fans of that genre are willing to accept, the exact same thing that they played 15 years ago.
That's true.
20 years,
Yeah, so sorry, this Operation Rainfall I want to talk about. I played the Metal Gear thing. I talked a little bit about that. Zelda, fucking hopefully tonight. And Wave Race, big props to that. A game that I haven't played since it came out. And wow, that really held up really well. I was thinking about you, Jason. When I was playing it, I was like, I was really expecting to go and play it and go, oh man, it's good, better in my nostalgic memories than it is in reality. But color me fucking surprised. Wow.
Yeah, isn't it great? What a great game.
It's such a random game to pick up.
They have dolphins and whales.
You know what? Hey, what it was is when I dusted off the Wii, for Zelda, and I hooked everything up and I got it on my wireless network, I was like, oh, it's the Nintendo store. I've never bought anything off there. And I went through every single fucking game, and it was Wave Race that I bought.
Yeah, what a great one. Yeah.
Are they still doing games for the Wii, like Nintendo Marketplace, whatever?
Yeah.
They're still uploading?
I think every Tuesday. Yeah.
Wow.
It's there. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. When they first announced that service, I never thought that they would have followed through like they have.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed too good to be true.
It took them a
back
while,
then.
though. Remember, it took them a while to get the steam rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they every week.
But
still
no, they
releasing
did.
games.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that's going to go on for.
Well, Johnny, sometime if we ever get together, sometime maybe PAX next year or something, we got to be playing some of that together. Some 2-player.
Oh, definitely. And so I got great memories of me. Do you know what? I'm in the nostalgic mood here. Is that I just remember getting the N64 and me and Rob hiking up the fucking road to get Wave Race, and it was rainy and shitty, and then we got back, and we always have to say it, but we smoked back then, and we just lit up our cigarettes, we had our coffee, and we played the motherfucker out of that game one afternoon, and it was good times. And then the evening came, and I cracked some beers. I wasn't working back when I was a younger guy, and I just sat and played Wave Race all night long, and it was good fucking times.
Yeah, you go into that stunt mode. I remember spending hours and hours in stunt mode trying to get the high score. It's just, man, jumping off the waves, and God, just so great. It really is.
Yeah. Excellent load of bullshit. What a fucking awesome game. So let's fucking hope we get another wave race.
That'd be great.
But you know what? I can say this much. I'm glad it didn't come out on the fucking Wii. Okay. I'm glad we got to avoid that, and we can go straight to an updated graphical version of Wave Race.
Well, because it would have had tacked on shitty ass controls with the Wii remote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know what I really would like to see it's totally probably not going to happen, but if they do get to that point and want to create a Wave Race game, think about this: the Wave Race game, the Wave Race setting, but use the same game engine as Hydro Thunder on the Xbox 360. Hydro Thunder Hurricane. The water in that game and the physics, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I would love to see that. I would like to see the same team who did Hydro Thunder Hurricane do a Wave Race. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Well, Jason, what did you ever think of the GameCube version?
I have it and I like it. It's something about the 64 version that is just superior in my eyes. I don't know if it's... Pete, you just put it in recently again, right?
Yeah, I put it in not too long ago because I'm just like, hey, what the hell? I haven't played this game since, the GameCube came out. And I think that game kind of rode on the excitement of, it being a GameCube launch game and being one of the first games I played, because I fired it up again and it really didn't hold up that well.
Yeah, it's been years since I've played it, Johnny. And I just think that maybe I should put it in again and just see how it is again. But it doesn't have that same feeling. I don't know. I think it's something with the controls even. I think the Nintendo 64 controller, love it or hate it, I just think it seemed to handle better. I don't know. Weird. I don't know.
I'm with you. It felt, it was good, but the magic was different. How about we say that?
I agree, yeah.
Yeah. I picked it up the day it got released on the GameCube, and I just was like, I just remember racing around going, this is fun, but I wanted more. Did I want more WoW value? I don't know what I want when I think about Wave Race 60, on the GameCube. It's really weird. It didn't impress as much as I want. And I tried to play it a lot. I really tried to get my money's worth out of it.
You know what it is? It's the fact it's so hard for these games to live up to the games that paved the path for us.
Totally.
That's true.
That's totally what it is. It's just really hard for sequels to do that in my eyes. Some of them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
A similar series. Now, Jason, let's see if you can guess what it is. A similar series kind of to Wave Race that's been kind of out of the water for a very long time that I'd like to see come back. You have any idea what that might be?
Well, Sega had an arcade. Didn't Sega have like a arcade that...
Were you talking about Nintendo, right? Nintendo franchise, just in general?
Just in general.
It's a water one?
Oh, are you talking about Micro Machines?
No.
Because I would love for that to come back around again.
Think like jet ski kind of race.
Oh, what?
A jet ski?
What?
Okay, all right, here's a hint. one of the levels in one of the games in this series is Heaven and Hell.
What system was this on?
Heaven and Hell. What the hell?
Jason,
What the hell?
Roller coaster. Ice, like a sort of icebergs.
I'm trying to think of all the popular.
Iceberg, right ahead.
What system was this on, Pete?
Okay, this should give it away. The PlayStation.
Damn.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
Crash Team Racing?
No.
No. Well,
It's a
that
water
phrase,
base?
that phrase that Johnny just said. That's a.
That was from Titanic. Thank you.
That's what I was thinking. Titanic the game. What the fuck? No.
Iceberg, right ahead. Titanic.
Well, after the game, you just fall in love with
Wait,
someone.
PS1, Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to the wiki right now to make sure. Yeah. I mean, just making sure it wasn't on anything else.
Heaven and
Well,
Hell.
I know Sega in their arcades had some kind of jet ski arcade, didn't they? Where you go on to it and maybe it was a water ski one. I forget.
I'm sure there's some people listening right now like, Jason,
God,
how dare you?
I love how Pete gives hints.
Okay, all right, here's
This is
another
gonna
one.
give
Well,
it
it's
away.
just
This is
so
gonna give it away.
fucking obscure.
There's I'm just making sure the wiki here because there were a couple in production that seemed like they didn't go through. There's 3 official games in the series on PlayStation 1.
Who developed it?
Let's see. For the first and second one, it was Single Track.
Do 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 do.
I'm really like at a loss.
Can I buy a Valve?
Yes. Yeah, what would you like to buy?
E.
Okay. You filled in the second letter of the first word, which is a 3-letter word.
Oh, are you fucking talking about Extreme G?
No.
It's a 3-letter word or three words, right?
Okay, so it's a 2-word name. The
Okay.
first word is 3 letters. The second word is 4 letters.
So 3 letters, 4 letters?
Yeah.
And the second word has an E at the second letter, right?
No, the first word has an E at the second letter.
This is some bullshit.
The first word, the?
What? No.
And there's 3 of them? Do I own these games, Pete?
I'm sure you probably do because I think.
Can I buy an A?
Before. No A. Okay, all right, here it is. The first letter of the first word is J.
And you said there's an
Jet Moto.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
That was a goddamn, like, early. Yeah.
Jet Moto.
Jet Moto, of course.
Yeah, Jet Moto 2 is like one of my all-time favorite racing games ever.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember Jason playing that game.
yeah, absolutely do.
Just so fucking insane.
Absolutely
The
do.
one that stands out to me still is one of the coolest levels I've ever played in a racing game where you switch between heaven and hell, quite literally. And the music changes, the environment changes. Like in hell, like fire's like blasting up everywhere with a heavy metal soundtrack. And in heaven, you got like, you know, I don't know, this holy music playing.
Yeah, no, I totally remember that. And I remember even when that came out thinking that, wow, the PlayStation is the only console that can do this type of game. You know, like, because Nintendo, we were racing on fucking Donut Land and Rainbow Road, you know? They would never have, you know, heaven and hell courses on anything. So I just remember being blown away at the fact that it actually was like that.
Anybody that's a fan, and I really have the most fond memories about Jet Moto 2. I don't think I've even played the third one. But Jet Moto 2, I'm telling you, anybody that likes racing games, even if you know, it kind of feels like a kart racer, like a Mario Kart racer without the power-ups. It's just that, like, over the top.
Yeah,
So,
they actually
really
released the PS1 with Jet Moto at one point for a while.
Well, maybe I have such good memories with it because when I first got my PS1, that was one of the games that came bundled with my system with Crash 3.
Oh,
the Jet Moto 2, that is.
I got Ridge Racer with mine. Launch.
The worst Christmas fucking ever, where I got my PS1 and the shit didn't work and I had to wait till the next day to go back and get a working one.
That sucks.
Bullshit.
Good call, Pete. Yeah, I couldn't think of that. Shit.
That was fun. I'm sure there was some people screaming at their speaker.
I hope there was. That's why this is so much fun.
I should do that once every episode. It's like,
Hey, Pete, did you ever play that Sega racing game? The one that has Rio from Shenmue in it?
Are you kidding me? Are you talking about Sonic All-Star Racing?
Yeah. I never picked that up.
That is one of the best racing games I've ever played.
Ah, fuck me. I gotta get.
I'm not even kidding. It is. It beats the shit out of Mario Kart Wii, like you wouldn't even believe.
It's a great kart racer. It really
It is an amazing game. I mean, it kind of helps if you're a fan of Sonic and just Sega franchises in general, but it's such a fan service game. But even if you're not a fan of that stuff, it's still a really good game.
Is it fairly cheap now still?
Oh, you should be able to get it used for between.
Well, actually, sorry. What systems did it come out on?
360 and PS3. But you want it on 360 because
it came out on the three. Wait. It came out on the 360.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. And people still play it online.
Yeah,
like
it's
I've
still
jumped
really
on.
active.
Shitting me?
You can do 8-player too. Like we've had game
How much
nights
is it?
doing that.
How much can you get it now? With
New, it's like $20.
$20, huh?
Sega All-Star Racing is called?
Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing.
I think I got mine for like $14 sealed.
There's like House of the Dead tracks you race on.
Yeah,
my personal favorite is Samba de Amigo. Those levels are freaking awesome.
Just remember that Pete has played this shit for like 400 hours. Like he fucking smokes at this game.
I never knew it was on the 360. I thought it was a PS2 game. I think like
no.
Pick it up. We all should play it.
Yeah, I'm about to pick it up.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Oh, wait a second. I'm not seeing it very cheap here.
No, that game's like $20 new in the stores. It's a budget game now.
So I have a question for you guys. A little round table. Who's picking up the Vita?
Not me.
No? Pete? No? Jonathan?
I'll be online.
You know, I'm just about to buy a 3DS after Christmas, so I'm probably going to pass on the Vita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason?
I will not be. Not at launch, at least. No.
And Pete, you said you're going to be in line for that shit or not?
I will, and I'll bring some extra money for the most expensive memory cards in the history of gaming.
Yeah.
But did you guys hear that you can actually stream PS3 games on it?
You know, I heard that, and if it's anything like streaming PS1 games on the PSP, then I'm not interested.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's pretty laggy for me. I never enjoyed it too much.
But if they can make it lag free or at least limited lag, it'd probably be worth it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I you guys know me. I'm excited for this shit. It's a new console. You know, it's getting some pretty damn decent launch games, just going according to the European list that I looked at. And the only thing I'm concerned about, though, is I don't want to undercut myself by getting the Wi-Fi version. I want the 3G version, but I want to know exact pricing plans. I want to know, is it a contract? Is it, how much is it a month? What does it entail? The details aren't out there yet.
And they have that PSP phone out now too, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm too busy ordering fucking this Sonic game. Sonic also racing right now. I'm just filling in my PayPal.
No, they just like a couple weeks ago, they just announced they just released that new phone by Sony Ericsson. You can play PSP games.
Are they actually going to charge you $30 to download a game you've already bought?
Oh, I don't
Probably.
know. Probably.
Fucking Vita. That's another thing they're doing. They're not even letting all right. I haven't looked into the full details, but here's the gist of it. If you have PSP games and you buy a Vita, obviously you can't play them on there with the UMDs because there's no UMD disk drive. Essentially what they're doing, and this is in Japan, they haven't announced this for the US or Europe or anything like that yet, but I'd assume that they'd probably, carry it over. But in Japan, they're making you pay to re-download your games that you already own. Like you go through a verification process and they give you a code to download it onto your Vita, which you pay for. But here's the thing. The prices are not handled by Sony. So let's just say there's two games like Hot Shots Golf and I don't know. Let's just say Little Big Planet. Let's just assume they're both $20 games. Hot Shots Golf costs like $6 to download onto your console, and Little Big Planet, let's just say for example, costs $8. So what determines that price difference? People aren't really sure. But here's the thing: they're letting like the game developers, or I think the game publishers, decide how much they want to mark up their game downloads for. So there's this one game in Japan that they're actually charging $30 to re-download that game onto your console. Wow. And that game itself costs $90. So they're really screwing over some people, so and the library of games is not every game. There's only like 200 games or something out of the 700 official games that are out that you're able to download right now when it comes out. So yeah, kind of interesting. I know for one, I am not buying codes to download the games that I already bought in the past. I'll just play them on my freaking PSP.
That's stupid. But the phone I was talking about is called the Xperia. It's out right now.
Yeah.
So
I have heard of that.
Yeah. You guys should check out this one crazy video. Go to my wall on YouTube, and some guy posted something that Sony's putting out in the future. And you guys are familiar with like the holodeck with Star Trek?
Yeah.
They're recreating the whole experience.
Oh God.
So go to my wall real quick and check it out. I want to hear you guys' reaction when you watch it. It's crazy.
What? Okay. A second. Like your YouTube page, right?
No, Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook.
Okay, Facebook.
Yeah, because I would tell you what the link of the video is, but it's like eGadget is a website I think it's on. It's embedded, so I don't know the title of the video necessarily.
Williams, okay. I'm just looking
Let's scroll down. This is the other day.
Oh, Sony brings the holodeck to life, shown in a giant sea monster.
Watch the first video. Click on the link and watch the first video. It'll trips
Where
you
the
out.
hell is this? Where do you see this?
It's on my Facebook wall.
I know, I'm looking.
Still with sound here.
Because I'm a huge Star Trek fan, but this is crazy. Click on the first one, Jason.
How far is this going back?
Okay, I found it.
I must have missed it.
This is all shot in real time.
If it helps, Pete, it was posted Saturday at 3:34 p.m.
There you go. This is all shot in real time. It's crazy.
All right, let's see what we got going on here.
One day, I tell you. And you create it by doing like a full look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one day. They'll put you in like a 360-degree room. You could probably do that.
Right.
Because everything's an optical illusion. Yeah. Oh my God. Give me some of that, please. That's what my kids will be playing.
This is no editing either. This is all just shot real time.
Oh my God.
Huh.
That is so awesome. Everyone listening's probably like, what the fuck?
So like this guy that's sitting in the chair, is he seeing this stuff?
Yeah. So this guy's sitting in the chair. He's in this like holodeck room.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Huh?
Wow, that's so cool.
Is that the future of gaming or what?
Yeah, everyone listening needs to go check that out too.
Shit.
I don't know what's
if
the
that's
website,
the
Jason?
future of gaming. I am not leaving my room.
It's engadget.com.
Mgadget?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Pretty
I saw that, and there's two other videos that are all different, and it's like
definitely
just watching that. I like imagine like a full on like Tron game.
Right?
I would love that.
It's crazy. And what's crazy is that's done through the PS3.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Now the people in the room that are watching that see that too. Like, how do they see these objects in 3D
special?
space?
That's the thing I don't understand, because the walls are gotta be special. It's gotta be a special room.
Yeah.
So unless you go to a certain place,
It was a pretty fixed perspective. Like, so what it looked like it was made for the audience to see what he was seeing, because he would not see that. Because when everything stopped, there's an entire film crew in front of him.
Right.
So it was for our benefit, not for his.
You don't think you could see it?
No. I think you could see around him, like the sides of him, and maybe above him, but in front of him, he would just see the people who were there.
Huh. It's interesting, though.
It is, definitely.
Nice. Hey, well, I have an update on something.
Sure, what's up?
So here's the update on getting my Nintendo Wii repaired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Want to hear about this? So I sent it in. They fixed it. Got the email confirmation. They're sending it back. Real happy. Real quick turnaround time. They said 2 weeks. I got it, and from the time I sent it to the time I got it back is about a week and a half. Pretty good.
Impressive.
It really is, especially around Christmas time, you know. So I got it, opened it up. First thing I noticed, it's missing the SD cover slot. You know, the cover on the front? It's missing that. And I'm like, that's weird. I thought maybe it's at the bottom of the box or something. Took the Wii out. Nothing. It's not even there.
Wow.
Well, I didn't have an issue with the cover or the SD card slot at all. So I don't know why it's missing. So I get on the horn. I call Nintendo up. This is yesterday. And I said, I'm on the phone with them. And I'm like, it's missing. And they're like, oh, we're terribly sorry. I looked on the sheet. The guy looked at the tech sheet. Showed that it came in with it. They don't know why it didn't show up. They're terribly sorry. They're going to send one out. They're like overnight ship it or whatever.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, all right, cool. So as I'm on the phone, I'm starting to put the Wii back together over here. I'm hooking it up. I'm getting it, ready, hooking up to my stream area here, getting it ready.
Right.
Plug it in. I go to put my SD card in, and it won't fucking go in. It's like it either is the inside of the slot is fucked up or something. It won't go in. It's just stuck.
Wow.
And I don't want to force it in. You know how easy they slide, they go in, whatever, and they click in. It won't even go in. So I'm on the phone with this guy, and I go, actually, I'm hooking this up as we speak, and the SD card won't even go in.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, sometimes that may happen in shipping, And I'm like, oh, okay. Right. Sure it won't. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I need to turn this on, because if it doesn't even turn on, we're fucked up, I'm thinking at this point, it could be anything. So I turn it on, I load it up, I put a game in, CD goes in, all my game saves are still there, everything's there. But they fucked up my SD card slot somehow.
Wow.
So
they are fixing it for you, though. As you said.
I already have a label. I have the box. Everything's prepaid, and they put a rush on it. I guess there's some sort of notation where they put a rush.
Okay.
So,
at least they're taking care of you, but
that's the thing. They are definitely taking care of me. When it's all said and done, to be honest with you guys, it was $91 total when it's all said and done for this.
Wow.
So I'm kind of bummed, and I don't understand how something like this can happen. The fact that they are taking care of it, and they've been nice, they're dealing with it. They're real professional about it. Everything's great, but I just don't understand how I can send a console in that won't power on. They fix that, but then they fuck up something that's completely unrelated. I don't know how that happened.
They did a switch around. Switcheroo.
They may have. And I don't know about that. There's definitely some fishy shit going on.
You have still the same games loaded on there and stuff from before?
Everything is the same, yeah.
Okay.
But what they do is the serial number of the console, it shows on my receipt serial number in of what it came in with, and then serial number out. So it's a different serial number. So it's
different console.
Probably a different console. It's probably like a refurbed Wii that they.
How much is a used Wii?
I don't know.
Probably better off.
Probably right around that price.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I didn't want to lose all my save data, and to be honest with you guys, I am really partial to this console because it is the launch day console. I waited in the cold, in the rain, in Oregon for this thing, and it just, I don't know, it's kind of special to me. Pete, you would understand that, right? Waiting all night for fucking something, or a console, Mr. Console over there?
I would say so.
Yeah, so I'm kind of partial.
I beg to differ with you with the Wii, because I waited all night. I actually waited from 3 a.m. till 11 a.m. Oh. And they finally gave it to me. I brought it home. I couldn't put it on because I had to go to work for 8 hours. I went to work for 8 hours. I came back. I hooked everything up. I put it on. Obviously, component cables weren't out the day it came out. Hooked it up to the HDTV. I'm like, okay, this looks like shit. What's going on?
See, I prepared. I ordered those fucking component cables through Nintendo.com.
Yeah, me too.
The only place you can get it ahead of time. I had that shit before the console even came out.
Yeah.
And I waited in line 24 hours for the Wii.
All right, so we're on the same boat.
coldest
So you
night
can
of the night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sorry. I'm not taking anything away. I'm glad that your experience was great. My experience was fine, but I've always been disappointed with the Wii. Unfortunately, never attained greatness.
No, hold on a second there now. The Wii is home to like some of the best hidden gems out there.
Yeah.
You just got to know what you're looking for. Oh yeah.
I know all the.
I'll just run through my collection right now. Hold on. Still a couple of games.
Oh God,
Oh, yeah,
we don't
tell me
have
some hidden
hours.
Just
I want to hear about these hidden gems.
Wario Land Shake It, pretty damn awesome. Opuna, little Japanese RPG.
Yeah.
Mushroom Men: The Spore Wars, which is one of the best games you can play on the system. Of course, you got the Taiko no Tetsujin games if you play imports. Sonic Colors, of course, that's a must-own for any platformer fan. What the hell is that over there? I can't even read. Oh, Zack and Wiki. That's an
Dragon Quest Swords. I'm with you on.
That's amazing.
What the fuck was that goddamn Platinum Games? What was the Platinum Games one? What was the Platinum Games one?
What, Mad World or Okami or Mad World?
Yeah, Mad World, and then the No More Heroes were interesting ideas. I gotta get the 360 version of that fucking as well.
Little King's Story was really good too. Excitebots, according to Jason. And,
Yeah, absolutely. The Excite series. Mm-hmm.
Metroid Prime Trilogy, of course. Oh, Kura Rinpo, whatever the fuck it is, that game with the marble. Game's a lot of fun. Oh, Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, that's an awesome roguelike. Fragile Dreams, Farewell to the Moon, that's another excellent game. Sin and Punishment, Ivy the Kiwi, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Shiren the Wanderer, Sakura Wars. I mean, come on now. There's quite a bit of hidden gems out. Oh, all right, hold on, I'm not done. There's another shelf. Baroque, which is an amazing remake to a roguelike from the Sega Saturn.
Forget about Brawl, Mario Party 8 and 9 coming out.
Oh, yeah. And the obvious here.
Yeah.
You got Elements, which is also a game that I wish had came out at launch, but it got delayed. Let's see. Oh, Muramasa. I mean, come on. Klonoa remake? What more can I say? So there's games out there.
I think Johnny just doesn't like the Wii because he couldn't find the sync button on it to play Zelda.
I went and smashed my other PS3 controller in that, just for the sake of doing it. I grabbed the blue one and smashed that just to make it color matching.
The Wii won't sync. Give me the PS controller. Crash.
That was funny. That was driving me crazy last week.
That was good.
I couldn't figure that shit out at all. But everything's good again in Tuna Town. But man, I gotta go, boys.
All right. It's been fun.
It has. I know we're 2 hours in here. So, was there anything else that we had? Any funny business we had to finish on?
I think we're good. Jonathan, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Jonathan.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Totally. Well, I definitely have you back in the future.
And Jonathan, plug your YouTube channel real quick.
Yeah, it's youtube.com/JohnnyJetset. Johnny is spelled with a 0 and no H. And yeah, I just show the games that I bought, and that's pretty much it.
Well, you're a big supporter of the podcast and everything else, so we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So thanks for submitting a video, and hope you had fun.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was a great time.
Yeah, pleasure's all ours, man. Absolutely. Seriously. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Jason.
Hey, thank you, Johnny.
Pete,
thank you for doing all the editing that you do.
Yes.
And just to embarrass Mr. Johnny Jetset, check out his video and listen to his song at the end.
I like that. No, if I can be a total asshole, I'm gonna make a quick plug for my music too. Check out the Elysium Trigger. Yeah.
Nice.
Say that again slower so people can get it.
The Elysium Trigger. It's my band. We're recording our first album, and you should check it out, especially if you're a Mega Man Legends fan, because that's kind of where I got the name from. So yeah.
Oh, fucking nice.
There you go.
Definitely have to check that out.
Awesome.
You heard it here first, folks.
Totally. Yeah. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Skyrim.
Yeah. Thank you, Pete, for getting over your cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Vitamin C.
Yeah. It's nice to get over.
Whenever you want to play games with me again, Pete, just let me know. I'll be. We don't play anymore, so.
Oh.
Yeah,
you're too busy for me, so.
Have to play something.
Yeah. Excitebots, you're too busy for me. Fuck, I don't even have my Wii right now. God damn.
I never hooked my Wii up on.
Wait a second, guys. Do you guys all have this like Sega All-Star Racing? And
I don't. I want to get it though.
Yeah, pick it up.
Can we play that like
people
players?
have that game.
Yeah, 8 people, Johnny. 8 people.
Oh, I've ordered mine. It's on its way, so let's do it.
Yeah, and I'll stream the fuck out of it.
Let's stream the fuck out of it.
Let's do it.
We'll do it after the podcast one night.
All right.
I'll watch that stream.
Good
That'd be
deal.
fucking-
All right. See you
I
guys.
gotta get my Alex character for that one.
All right. Take care.
Later.
Okay, peace out.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.